clips. Right, there we go. It's back there. Oh, no, it's gonna be like a couple of clips.
Okay. So what do you give us a test? Will that be on the way too much?
Oh, yeah. But you can just put it on like normal YouTube. I didn't know they were having that.
Yeah, a lot of it's panels with filters.
Alright,
Gotcha.
good. Okay, we're gonna get started at 3 o'clock again. This is a cool setup. I didn't know that this was Johnny Young Bosch's piano. Holy crap. Ah, he's there right there! Okay, I guess in the meantime, who hit up? Who did? Like the big mic doesn't work here, sorry. Okay, who here prefers McDonald's? Who here prefers Burger King? Who here likes Taco Bell? Who here can't eat Taco Bell because they're on an all-carb diet and God, Karen, you're so stupid. Yeah, that is good. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. All right, we're gonna start at 3. Okay, who here prefers burgers? Chicken sandwiches? Who here is a vegan? Vegetarian? Who here likes fish fillet? Yeah, it's pretty good. It's like the cheapest one. You know, there's like this deal by my house. They had like a double filet o fish and it was somehow cheaper than the normal filet o fish, but then they got on, so now it's like 15 instead of 12.
You know that most filet fish is sold during Lent?
Yes! Because the store, like, they started losing money, so they did that, and now, like, every fast food chain has it, and so does McDonald's. And Popeyes!
Ever heard of the Lancian Air Burger?
No? Oh, yeah! Sorry.
Yeah, for those who don't know, like you get a Big Mac patty and a McChicken and a fish fillet, you put it together, it's like one big sandwich.
It's called a cardiac arrest.
I mean, I prefer the Sabre. It's like good. And when you bite into it, it's like water drips down your mouth. It's okay. Guys. Right, we're gonna get started at 3. Speaking of, did you guys see Velma? No, like the Velma show on HBO Max that is running.
No, I heard it was not that great.
Okay, that is good. Thank you.
I heard it's having season 2 now.
I got a season 2.
Oh.
We just released.
I don't know.
Well, actually, what? Did it like suck?
Like they were hate watching it, and Warner Brothers saw it as, oh, people are watching it, that means they like it.
Well, also with a lot of shows, normally they just have one big season, but now they split it up into 2 and say it's a second season for union purposes.
Oh yeah, they did that for Cuphead.
Yeah, they did that with Dead End too. I like Dead End. Netflix is ruining stuff unlike Hulu. But HBO Max can go suck an egg. You didn't hear? They almost canceled American Dad because of HBO Max? Yeah, because they had like a 2-season contract they wanted to get out of, and TBS said, no, that's the most popular show, so they didn't do it.
Wait, doesn't Disney own American Dad?
No, it's produced by like TBS, so like Warner Brothers and Fox, so it's kind of like a joint partnership. It's like two custody parents. So like, yeah, there's a very big chance the show could actually get canceled in like a few years, so that's very sad to hear. So like 2 more minutes. You guys ever got like chicken nuggets in like Ohio? I did once. It was like a 40 piece, and they put on like this munchkin box. It's so good. Okay, who here prefers honey mustard? Sweet and sour sauce. Really? Only one person? Ketchup. Mayo. That is good. I hate mayo too. Who here prefers mustard? Just get a little bit. Who here combines the mustard and the mayo? Oh, it's so gross. Sorry, it's almost right on my minute. Hey, Ahsoka. Is our lemon Brandon Rogers? Right, it's almost time. 1 more minute. Like maybe like 30 more seconds. Okay, who here likes Wendy's? Me too, it sucks. It's like going out to a restaurant now.
I only go there for the pretzel bun baconator.
Yeah, those are so good! Almost time, you're like 15 more seconds. Oh wow, that's not bad. I don't know what those are. Time. Okay, time to begin. Okay, hi guys. Are you Star Wars?
Not at all.
Shadow Bone.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Hi, my name is Kitty Monk and I'm an alcoholic.
Hi, Katie.
No, Kitty, like a cat.
Hi, Kitty.
It's okay, I haven't called Kitty before. Okay, so I am here on behalf of HoochieCon. They have a table upstairs in the 300s. They'll be here for like another hour or two, so maybe like after the panel, you guys can swing by. If you follow them on Instagram, you will be in the running to get a t-shirt, and you will also get a free sticker. So no running for the free sticker, you just get a free sticker. But you have to follow them on Instagram. Hi, lava girl. Okay, so HoochieCon asked me to do a panel with them, and they said that it had to be on Japan. So I picked fast food. But then I realized it's too broad of a topic, so I picked McDonald's, because I like McDonald's, and it's like right by my house, so it only takes 10 minutes to get DoorDash, so. But I do like Japan. I have this mouse, which is like, I got it at Omega Mart, it's been like 40 bucks.
Worth it.
Love a big heart.
But yes, totally recommend HoochieCon. They are sponsoring this panel. They hold biannual conventions, so one in Pennsylvania is usually near the Poconos, and a second one normally in North Jersey, but we have been looking for other places. Right now, over the summer, they are offering little mini pop-up panels. I actually did a panel at one of them. It was super fun. I did SpongeBob trivia. So May 19th, June 9th, July 13th, and August 18th, they're free to go to, and you could also apply to do stuff. I think in the next one, we're also having a K-pop singer come, so that'll be pretty good. You can find them on social media at Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. They also have a Facebook group and a Discord. But who am I? My name is Kitty Monk once again, and I'm an alcoholic. I make YouTube videos, unfortunately not about Japan, because Japan does not have fair use laws, so it's very difficult to make a video without getting copyrighted. And if you get copyrighted, it sucks because 1, you can't really fight the strike, and 2, you actually make way less money. Like, I got 1 strike in February, I still have not recovered. But I make YouTube videos normally about adult cartoons like South Park, used to make Rick and Morty, but fuck David Zaslav. I also have a Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and a subreddit. So yeah. And these are my co-panelists, Fat Nuggets and Fizzarali. They are quite nervous. They're like Dorothy from Elmo's World. So what is McDonald's? Does anybody know?
No.
I I know, what the fuck is that? Wait, are there any kids? What?
Don't they have the Whopper?
They do have the Whopper! And I'm pretty sure they also have, I don't really know. I just know. No, I was gonna think of something else, I just can't think of anything.
They got the 4 for 4, right?
Yeah. Wait, really?
No, that's Wendy's.
Ah! And Wendy's doesn't have that on DoorDash, that's why I didn't know.
They have the dollar menu that's not a dollar menu anymore.
Yes.
Nothing's a dollar.
Okay! So, McDonald's is an American fast food chain best known for their burgers and kids' meals, and a documentary that is actually a huge lie. Yes, Super Size Me is actually a huge lie, look it up. So if you want to ask at the end, you totally can. They're considered the epitome of American fast food, but many people forget that they have a huge international presence. So I kind of want to go into this a little bit before we get to the Japan side. The history of McDonald's. So McDonald's was originally established by, any kids in the audience? Dick and McDonald, a brother team. They made the first McDonald's. Actually, I think the first McDonald's got tore down, but they do have the oldest McDonald's in California. So they started making burgers. They streamlined it into burgers because they realized that was the best selling item, and then we go from there. So this was the original McDonald's. Does anybody know who this dude is on the bag? Nobody knows his name. Yes, his name is Speedy. Yeah, that's it. Wait, his name is Bartbag? No, his name is Speedy. That was his original name. He was the original mascot at McDonald's. And actually, Japan, he's still one of the mascots at McDonald's. They bring him back like periodically. So it's not always him, but sometimes it is. So honestly, this kind of reminds me of like Jollibee. Everybody ever had Jollibee? Yeah, the fry, it reminds me of the fries. So McDonald's, okay. So McDonald's was originally just a normal restaurant, and then they got bought out by a rich dude named Ray Kroc. So in 1961, he bought it and he streamlined it into the international sensation we know it as today. So he made the Speedy service system, which is still used today, and it allows the burgers to taste the same at each restaurant and be prepared like this. The restaurant started selling single restaurants, which back then was new because McDonald's is more of a real estate company than a food company. And he also made the Ronald McDonald House charity and created Ronald McDonald. So when Ray Kroc retired from McDonald's, there were 7,500 in the US and 31 worldwide. And one of the first countries he started doing internationally was Japan, so hey. Japan was like the first one, I think, strangely enough. Not like Canada, but like Japan. Oh my God, it's Carmela, Carmine. I know what you did to that exorcist. Oh, actually, fun fact, who here likes Disney? Who here wants to go to the one in California? The one in Florida? I'm going to the one in Florida next month. But fun fact, the opening Disneyland almost had a McDonald's. It's like in there. Because Walt Disney, he wanted the price of french fries to be 15 cents rather than 10. Oh my God, what a like stingy dude.
I wish they were 15 cents.
Stingies. But Ray Kroc, oddly enough, did not want to price gouge his customers. So that never happened. I think it's actually like McDonald's is near them because it's like in Anaheim, but oddly enough, that actually happened. He's like, you can't price gouge people, Disney. You can't make them pay $5 for a water. So something you must keep in mind is one reason McDonald's is successful is because they adjust themselves for people in each country. So like in Japan, they use corn in their pies, or like they have chicken selects in certain countries rather than the US. So yeah, Japan is no different, and yet it still is. That is a McDonald's in Japan. This is actually the biggest McDonald's in Japan. It's in, oh my God, I might be butchering this, so I'm so sorry. Harajuku Omotesando. That was horrible. So, how did McDonald's make it to Japan? In 1971, McDonald's was becoming international, but it was only really in the US and Canada. So that same year, they opened the first McDonald's in Ginza, Tokyo, and the store was operated by a Japanese mogul known as Dean, oh my God, I might be, I'm supposed to call him Dean Fujita. And Ray Kroc actually helped to open it. Also, fun fact, does anybody know anything about Ginza? So Ginza was like an upscale neighborhood in Japan, and that's one of the reasons they opened it there. It'd be like the equivalent of, say, like opening the first Jollibee in Chelsea, New York. So like, what's the richest neighborhood in Philly? Because like, I've never been here.
Rittenhouse.
Yeah, really? Rittenhouse?
Not an old city.
Okay. So yeah, I'd be like opening the first whatever in Rittenhouse and it becoming international. Oh, but they'll stay in Rittenhouse. They like the cheapest hotel. So today there are over 36,000 McDonald's. The US has 1/3 of those with 14,146. And Japan is oddly enough in second place with almost 3,000. So the way they do it is they normally buy up as many restaurants as possible, which used to be like a novel concept. So they'll usually allow individual restaurants to open and be their own restaurant, but they have to follow the McDonald's code, I guess. So in 1977, Japan opened its first drive-thru with McDonald's. Okay, so how many of you guys are Asian, just so I know? Nobody? Okay. So Dean, he wanted to open the first McDonald's because he tried McDonald's in 1967 and he was amazed by it. He was amazed by how efficient it was run. And he was kind of like, God, what do you call it? Like a nationalist a-hole. So he believed only Japanese people could properly run a business. His dream was to open 10,000 McDonald's in Japan by 2010. But even though it is the second biggest in the world, they only really have over 3,000. So I guess they're halfway there. By establishing McDonald's in Japan, he became a billionaire. Like, this made him richer than he already was. Ironically, he actually died in like the early 2000s, like 2 days after McDonald's former CEO, Jim Cantalupo. This is a direct quote. He said why you have to open a McDonald's in Japan. Yeah. No, I'm not even joking. Look it up. He said this exact same thing. I was on Wikipedia. I thought they made it up, but no. He said the reason Japanese people are so short and have yellow skins is because they have eaten nothing but fish and rice for 2,000 years. That's terrible. If we eat McDonald's hamburgers and potatoes for 1,000 years, we will become taller, our skin become white, and our hair blonde.
No.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's a direct quote though, I'm not even kidding, like look it up. On the bright side, he actually printed this quote on all the company's tablets, and apparently he was a really nice guy to work for. So I guess this kind of gets rid of the internalized racism, I guess? I don't know.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah. 601. Look not with your eyes, but with your heart and your mind. Then opportunities will find you. That's actually a pretty nice quote. So again, despite this, he was apparently a really nice guy to work for. He would give people bonuses, especially to their spouses. He sent flowers to the wives of his employees on their birthdays. He made sure to know everybody's names. And also, fun fact about the flowers, there wasn't just stupid bouquets you get at like Ciabras. It was like potted, intricate arrangements. Like, he put thought into this. He was always concerned about his employees, and he asked after them and their personal lives. So yeah, I would work for him. I just wouldn't at the same time. It's so weird. So fun fact, when they first opened McDonald's in Japan, it was not very popular. So he opened it in Ginza again because he said that when something happens in Ginza, the whole country finds out about it. However, because it was American, it didn't really do all that well, and it actually bombed to the point where they stopped expanding in Japan. So yeah, maybe his quote was not prophetic, I don't know. However, fun fact, so how many of you guys watched Kill Bill? So you know Okinawa? So Okinawa was freed from American rule by the Allies on February 1st, 1976. And during that time, a lot of American soldiers were stationed in Okinawa on the bases. So when they were freed, that meant that they got to go home. And on that day, they tried McDonald's because it was a familiar sight to them. And when it started expanding, they realized, like, oh my God, it's something from home. It's something I can try. And it started to come in droves. So they made 3 million yen, which was a record for McDonald's at the time, even compared to America. Oh, hold on, let me just get a tissue. you guys have any questions?
Did I miss the thing about the DS game?
I think so.
Oh.
Wait, there was a DS game or what?
Yes.
Yeah.
I watched a whole video about it.
Oh, yeah, I didn't do the.
It was a trading game for McDonald's in Japan.
Oh god, I didn't include that.
They have actually English translated that game and this be had somewhere around the internet.
Have they made cartridges of it?
I don't think there's any homebrew cartridges. You have to find translated.
But what is McDonald's called in Japan? Does anybody know? Anybody? You can just say it out loud. That is correct. Well, actually, it is correct, but it's also kind of complicated. So, yes, technically in Japan, McDonald's is called McDonald. I butchered that, but that's how it's spelled. However, a great debate emerges over its Japanese nickname. But do you want to know?
Ohio, Tokyo, konnichiwa, sumimasen, I foreigner, I don't speak Japanese, but I love Aoisora. When you say wakarimashita, I say Hitachi, Toyota, Kawasaki, Nintendo, hello, sorry, Shinjuku, Sobe, you speak Japanese. What can I do? Where should I go?
マクドナルドグーグルトイレとキットカットディズニーランドタクシーのホテルセブンイレブンミルクバスビールスターバックス
Tokyo, konnichiwa, sumimasen, I foreigner. I don't speak Japanese, but I love ramen tempura. When you say arigato, konbawa, I say Suzuki, Yamaha, Yuriki, Yokoshima, Casio, Kochila. I'm losing my way. Shinjuku, Sobe. You speak Japanese. What can I do? Where should I go? Please take me home.
マクドナルドグーグルトイレとキットカットディズニーランドタクシーのホテルセブンイレブンミルクバスビールスターバックス サラダ、ハンバーガー、サンドイッチ、ソーセージ、コーヒー、ケーキ、アイスクリーム、コンビニ、フライド、ポテト、エスカレーター、アルコール、バレーボール、ベースボール、バスケットボール、ゴール、マクドナルド、グーグルトイレとキットカットディズニーランドタクシーのホテルセブンイレブンミルクバスビールスターバックス
Okay, hang on. So apparently I found that on Instagram. I think it was like, what again? Okay, so one side wants to call McDonald's Makudo, another Maku. So why either or? Well, Maku is Japanese for Mac or Mick. So it's kind of like they're just saying like, I want to go get Mac or Mick. Makudo versus Maku though, why does it like come up? Well, normally, okay, how many of you guys know about Jersey? So, you know how in New Jersey you can kind of figure out who's from Newark and who isn't by how they pronounce the city? So like if you're not from Newark, you say Newark, whereas if you're from Newark, you say Nork. Well, I'm from Newark, it's Newark as in pork. So Nakudo, so if you are in Kanzi or the west of Japan, you say Makudo. If you're in Tokyo, the surrounding areas, Maku. Okay, how many things we should do Makudo?
I have no idea.
How many likes Maku? Okay, so it's gonna be Maku. That's good. So what do you guys call McDonald's?
Trash!
DVDs.
Oh, me too!
When my cousin was little, we called it Old McDonald's.
That is cute.
McDo.
McDo?
That's what they call it in France, and it's a long inside joke, but McDo now.
Okay. I was just thinking of the one from The Simpsons, so. What? Macca's? Macca's? That is cute. But okay, I know you guys are all waiting for the food. It's gonna get here in a couple of minutes. No, I'm not delivering food because I don't know if you're like allergy things and I can't spend money because I'm poor. So, okay, so there are some differences when you go to Japan at McDonald's. For example, your meal is much smaller. Sorry, Americans, with your gigantic ass portions. It's gonna be like you're in prison. For example, a large Coke in the US is 310 calories. In Japan, it's 181 calories. That's a huge difference. There are also no free refills, so maybe it's run by Mr. Krabs. Food also contains typical Japanese ingredients like soy or rice, or I said how some of the pies contain corn, which, okay, I'll try that. There's also promos and discounts that don't happen in the US, but you can see that about most countries. For example, in Japan, they had half-priced meals. We don't have that here, do we?
Sometimes you can get like a free sandwich when Phillies win a game or something like that.
Dude, I'm from Jersey, and they're like, Rutgers won again! I'm like, they did. So they're like, you get a free burger. So it is nice to know that it's also here. Okay, so in 2000, McDonald's in Japan introduced half-price meals on weekdays because there was deflation in Japan. Luckies, they had deflation. So a burger that cost 210 yen would now cost 65 yen. However, in 2002, this promotion was pulled because they realized, they got smart about it, and McDonald's in Japan actually suffered a loss from it somehow.
You know what's funny? FX traders had to figure out a way to compare currencies. So there's something called the Big Mac Index.
Ooh, I didn't know about
That
that.
means that so they compare Big Mac prices around the world, how much their currency can purchase a Big Macs.
That is cool. I actually did not know that. Thank you. Okay, how many of you guys actually like Big Macs?
They're all right.
I'm not really a Big Mac fan unless I get it with applesauce.
I'm more of a McNugget person.
You ever take like the nuggets and put them in the fish fillet or the burger? It's so good. So one reason many people like McDonald's in Japan is because they like the service compared to America. Which honestly, if you ever worked like fast food or retail in America, like no wonder they act all like this. Wait,
I worked at Burger King. I know some stories.
Alright.
3 weeks working retail.
I worked at Dollar Tree for like a week. I
I
worked
worked at a Halloween store once.
I worked at Walmart. I did not like it.
Oh my god, I worked at Walmart once. But in Japan, they follow something called, oh my god, I'm gonna butcher this again, omotenashi, which is basically a principle of like hospitality they use with tea ceremonies, but they apply it to other stuff. So omoti means public base, and nashi means nothing. So it's kind of like you do all these things to show you have nothing to hide and you're being a good host. For example, you like never show your backside, because clearly guests won't like that. You also show them loyalty, but this also goes towards fast food. Now, have you ever guys heard of The Book? I have not. Hold on a second. This isn't really the book, I'm just using it as like a reference. It's the grimoire. Okay, so to run a McDonald's after you get all the paperwork, all that jazz, you spend all the thousands of hundreds of dollars. Each franchise is sent a guidebook on how to properly prepare the food in the area. So while places such as America or Sweden don't always follow the rules for like whatever reason, maybe they're pressed for time, maybe they're out of supplies, maybe they're not as funded as other McDonald's is. In Japan, you always follow the rules to a T. However, this is a double-edged sword. On the one end, many people say that the food in Japan typically looks like the commercials, even though like we know the commercials are all a big lie. Yeah, like the mayo is like glue, or like they put toothpicks in the burger so it looks bigger than it is. Like, that blew my fucking mind. But yeah, they say it actually looks closer to the box, so like it doesn't look flat or anything. However, again, this is a double-edged sword. There's no substitutions. If the meal comes with like mayo, you can't say no mayo. If the meal, like you want pickles, you can't ask for pickles. However, this also means condiments. I was surprised to learn this is how committed they are to giving service. Say, for example, like you order fries in America, and you need extra ketchup, they'll just give you the ketchup. In Japan, if it's only one ketchup, sorry, you need to order another fries if you want more ketchup. So I guess that's good for money, but yeah, that's like extreme. But, However, scandals, especially after Fujita left. He's kind of like a nicer version of Michael Eisner. So McDonald's experienced a ton of scandals. For example, their chicken nuggets. It was found that Chinese suppliers purposefully altered the expiration date of the chicken nuggets, so people were eating like rotten, expired chicken nuggets.
How can you tell?
I don't know, they just found out.
I mean, you've seen how long the burger can last when it's left out. And on the news, you can eat burgers out for years and there's no visible sign, and you can chew, eat, it, and you don't know what's wrong.
However, McDonald's in Japan said they were misled, but nobody believed them. I mean, would you? So this meant like nobody trusted them for years. And then in 2005, they, like a bunch of the McDonald's people went to the restaurants and they found they were messy. There was crumbs on the floor, half-eaten food, nobody ever cleaned. So why is this bad? Wait, what?
That sounds like the norm.
Yeah, but in Japan, that's like not the norm, so it's like a big deal. So one of Fujita's biggest rules was the cleanliness of the kitchen, because one, it attracts people to come back, and two, nobody wants a dirty kitchen. They don't want to eat from a dirty kitchen. I mean, I'm Italian, so everything we make is messy, so So his biggest rule was QSC, quality service cleanliness. So like he would, when he was in the area, he would go to the McDonald's and he would always like look at them for cleanliness. He even decreed that every 5 years, especially after opening, they had to be refurbished. So that's actually pretty good. However, okay, you guys ready for the food?
Yeah.
Okay, there are many exclusive menu items in Japan that you cannot get in America. Like the spicy teriyaki burger. That's actually one of their biggest sellers. But like, look at, I don't know, that's what I found. I just went to the website and looked up like McDonald's food, like the McDonald's Japanese website, that's what came up.
They used to have a non-spicy.
Maybe they do, I just picked whatever one. Honestly, Google site sucks because they don't use WebPs. It's like, I don't know why they don't. But like, you notice how small the fries are? Like, I couldn't.
I mean, it doesn't look, like when you compare it to Coke next to it, I mean, it's a bit smaller, but it's not like it's some of those bags of fries we've got at the Hard Rock Cafe, where there's like maybe like 20 fries total.
Oh my god, I hate that. You're paying like $10 for like a plate of fries this big.
Yeah.
Or if you really want fries, go to Five Guys. They'll just like, look at the fries and
Yeah.
like,
The
put
bag.
more of them in
Yeah.
the bag.
I got that county recipe to me.
No, like I heard that actually one reason why Japanese people are so fit because like they don't have huge portions out there. So like you could eat nothing but fast food, you still don't get a pound. I'm kind of jealous. There's also the Mega Muffin, which is basically.
Oh, I want that.
There's also something I didn't have time to put up, but the Godzilla burger, which they put out whenever there's a new Godzilla movie. It's apparently like a triple-decker burger. It's so good. But everybody knows the best burger is the Bossy Triple Deluxe on a wrap. Does anybody know where I'm going with this?
Like 4x4 animal style, extra signals of the city and series, make it cry, burn it, and let it swim.
Yeah, that's it. Good job. Actually, somebody tried to calculate that, so apparently it would have been like this big.
Yeah, I've been to a famish.
Yeah. And it was like, animal style is a real thing though. We tried, it's an In-N-Out burger, it's so good. But yeah, chicken tetsuda, it's kind of like a chicken sandwich with like Japanese sauce on it. Are you supposed to be Kill Bill, or the bride from Kill Bill? That is cool.
Thank you.
However, there's also McDonald's Japanese fun facts. Like, you know the Big and Tasty? Who remembers Big and Tasty? I don't remember it because I was a child. So while they're no longer available in America, or most countries for that matter, you can actually get it on American naval bases. But there's also a catch because you gotta kind of be in the Army to do it, so. I mean, I like to travel, but.
You still get it for 99 cents is the key question.
Probably not, but.
It's the military, no.
Yeah, you only get to go on the plane first. Oh, who here likes the quarter pounder? Oh yeah, they don't sell those in Japan anymore. So they used to, but in 2008, 2 Japanese McDonald's were converted into restaurants that only sold quarter pounders, and they closed like a couple of weeks later. So eventually the quarter pounder was like removed and returned on December 23rd, 2008 in Kanzi, and 15,000 people like waited to try one. But the thing was, it turns out 1,000 of those people were actually extras. But like there could be more for all we know. So to this day, they actually got rid of quarter pounders. There are no quarter pounders in Japan. Some think it's because they were starting to like make a move from frozen beef to fresh beef, and the quarter pounder like supply chain issues. I guess it wasn't limited to just COVID, so. They started making a line of Grand burgers, which are more like Japanese burgers. So like Grand Teriyaki or Grand Clubhouse or Grand Bacon Cheese. I kind of like the one on the left. Yeah, the one in the middle, the one on the right, yeah. Now, there are 2 mascots in Japan, Ronald McDonald and Speedy. We already know about Speedy. But do you guys know about the possible perv that is Ronald McDonald? Oh yeah, that's Ronald McDonald in Japan. So in Japan, his name isn't Ronald McDonald. It's Danarudo Makudonorando. So basically, it's like Donald McDonald. That's his real name because there's no R in Japan. But he's basically the same as he is. So like he does commercials, he has promotions, but he's Donald McDonald. So like you know the Ronald McDonald Charity House? Yeah, it's the Donald McDonald. This is actually a commercial.
Oh boy.
I don't know what that means.
Of course.
ドナルドは嬉しくなるとついやっちゃうんだ。みんなも一緒にやってみようよ。いくよ。ランランルー。
ランランルー。
ドナルドの
But also McDonald's doesn't have a presence in anime. Oh yeah, so it's a Derby Con.
ねえ、一緒にやらない？
スマイルください。
お持ち帰りなさいますか？先輩、さすが。お待たせしました。失礼いたしました。こちらをどうぞ。落ち着いて。スマイルください。どうぞ。わー。先輩、グッジョブ。お世話になりました。よし。ねえ、これ一緒にやらない？よしよし、未来の私につながってる。バタタタターン。
Yeah, let's all imagine this happens.
よし、お疲れ様。お、先輩。バイトよろしくね。大丈夫、大丈夫です。お店は私に任せて。先輩は就活頑張ってください。ありがとう。すいません。先輩に習ったこと、ピーク前にポテトの補充お願いします。
お、やるな。
マックで学んだことまとめてみたんですが、こんなプランはどうでしょう。
うん、いいね。
本日はありがとうございました。それはきっと先輩。面接どうでした？よかった。ずっと気になってたんですよ。でも仕事集中しなきゃってなかなか先輩みたいにはできなかったけど、昨日は店長に褒められたんですよ。本当？来週は一緒に働けますか？うん、もちろん。それはきっと未来の私につながってる。パタパタパ。
Unfortunately, there is a downside to McDonald's in Japan. So, how many of you guys know people who were homeless? Or have been homeless? Okay, have you guys ever heard of McRefugees? So, it's an actual horrible thing. So, while they're like big in Hong Kong, because Hong Kong is freaking expensive nowadays, you can't protest there. So, they started moving to Japan because Japan is also getting super expensive to live in. So, basically, in Japan, McDonald's tend to be 24 hours, and I guess they used to be in America, but not so much anymore. So many would take to sleeping at a McDonald's rather than face the shame of being homeless on the street. And they've gotten so many people to the point where restaurants have started like accommodating men. Like they'll block up parts of them so they can go to sleep at night. They'll like dim the lights. It's like horrible. Like there was actually a movie, a Hong Kong movie, not Japanese, sorry, that was about a McRefugee. So yeah, that's like terrible. Like I didn't know about that until I made this presentation. See, that's a McRefugee.
That doesn't look, that does not look better than the behavior.
Yeah.
It's a dry place that they don't get kicked out. That's so much better than the behavior. Not sure McRefugees is actually a sad thing. That sounds awesome.
But like, to be fair, apparently it's not every restaurant. Like some of them will kick you out, but like most of them are pretty good about it. If you have nowhere to go, they'll just let you stay there. But like, it's really, really sad. Oh yeah, Q&A time. Anybody have any questions? You can use the mic.
That's more of a shout out thing. I don't know if anybody's heard of an anime called The Devil is a Part-Timer. It's like basically, it's kind of like the devil is banished to the real world and he works at, like, it's not McDonald's per se, but the reference is definitely implied.
Ooh, that just sounds pretty good. Like a favor's the death.
Yeah, The Devil is a Part-Timer. Look it up.
Okay, I will do it after.
Hi, I'm just proud to say that I have eaten at McDonald's in Tokyo multiple times, in Asakusa and Akihabara.
He's a god! Everybody applaud him! I never have, the closest I ever had was looking at Busy Pop's stream when she went to Japan, and that's all she posted. What's your question?
Alright, so when we just watched the video, I saw at the very end it said that Ronald McDonald showed up 5 times. Have you found him in that video?
You wanna know the truth?
Yes.
So it's paying more attention to the girls. It's kind of like, you ever watch that school shooting PSA where it's like you don't see it until like you watch this the 3rd time?
No.
Okay, that is.
We haven't gotten that bad yet.
No, that is good, but like honestly, I haven't seen it, so.
I think we're in the same boat here. I didn't find him either.
Actually, this is more of a trivia, see if anyone picks up on it. So years ago, Eddie Murphy did a movie called Coming to America.
Oh, I never saw that one.
And the owner wanted to have his own McDonald's, but couldn't pay the franchising. Who knows what they called it in the movie? McDowell's.
That's cute. All right. Any more questions? Y'all good? Y'all questioned out? Okay. I guess how many of you guys tried the McDonald's? How is it? I didn't try it.
I thought it was a Japanese promotion, and then I texted my friend about it, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I heard about that. It's a promotion they're doing in America." And I was like,
I thought it was like they were doing like Japanese foods. I didn't realize it was just the sauce and the movies. And I thought the same thing when they were promoting Loki season 2. I'm like, yay! Oh, you mean to tell me it's just a freaking clip? Honestly, I don't think they do, but I would look into that. But and did you guys actually try the Szechuan sauce? I tried it. It tasted so bad. Like it was so gross. Why did that dude jump on the table? It was gross.
There's actually a great show on, I think it was on Science Channel. Oh, no, it was on Travel Channel about they'll go to different countries and compare fast food menu items. So, for example, of course, they're like a lot of their hamburgers are totally vegetarian in India, or whatever, or like in Italy, they won't use mustard in the burgers, just ketchup. So it's an interesting. You better see it on. It's called, I think it's Fast Food Around the World. It's pretty cool because like all that they have halal pizza at McDonald's in Egypt. Yeah, it's a cool show.
Wait, do any of you guys know any like other McDonald's international facts?
I went in Amsterdam, and they had friet sauce, which is like they had friet sauce and curry sauce that you could just get as sides, and they also had a regional snack kind of thing, and it was the Bitterballen burger.
Wait, what's that made of?
It's like this kind of Bitterballen are usually like these little meatball sized things, and I really can't remember what I was like 2 years ago what they're made of, but they kind of formed it into a patty, and then gave it, you could just order that there.
That sounds good.
So it was very tasty.
I actually went to McDonald's in Japan. It was like the first place I ever went to when I first got on the plane, like the one at the airport. Yeah, this basically is like a shrimp calamari burger. Basically, we just took a bunch of shrimp in one, breaded patty, threw it on a burger, had like this like horseradish sauce on and all that. It was pretty good.
I was gonna bring that up. They had like a shrimp filet-o-fish and couldn't find any record of it. So
Yeah.
That sounds really good.
Another one of the items that they had, at least at the Massachusetts McDonald's, was the Samurai Mac. That was really good. It was, I think I remember having like bacon and like teriyaki on it. It was like really good. I got that one like multiple times, but it didn't have like, I think in the commercials they had like a black bun, but when I got it, they only had like normal buns.
So it was like that Halloween promotion they did for Burger King.
I mean, I don't know about the Halloween promotion and all, but I just know that when they beat Samurai Mac for like 3 months. Yeah.
Alright, does anybody else have any more questions? You just shout them out. Wait, sorry, just.
Well, no, I was just gonna say, I've been to McDonald's before, and so it's not just yeah, like promotional and big burgers.
That is good.
So I used to live in Japan, so I have a McDonald's recommendation. For their breakfast, they have the pachi pancake, and it's like it's like the small like silver dollar pancakes, and there's like 4 of them, and then there's like apple syrup sauce thing, and then like frosting, and it's delicious. And that's my recommendation.
I'm gonna get to Japan. It sucks. It's like a 24-hour flight, but I would totally go.
12 hours in Texas.
But then I get on a flight to Texas, so I'll be like, hey, soon. Okay, you know what? We should go to. How many of you guys watch King of the Hill?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys know how Luann's name is a pun on the Luann platter from Luby's? You guys need to try that next. After you go to Japan, you try McDonald's, you gotta go to Dallas and go to Luby's. They used to be like all over, but then now they're only really in Texas. Alright, any more questions? We got 3 more minutes.
Aren't containers also different? Like, I think one like South Korea is like heat insulated or something.
Yeah, I think there probably would be, yeah. Any more questions?
I did look up Bieterballen on Wikipedia, which is, of course, the Bieterballen burger. It is a beef or lamb stew thickened with roux and breaded and fried into a crispy patty. So
that sounds really good. Who here would try lamb? Okay, that is good. All right, any more questions? We got 2 more minutes. None? Okay, I guess go forth into the world and try more Mickey D's. Go also check out Fuji Comics there if you have time. So, remember stickers, and also I make YouTube videos and Kitty Bump, and thank you.
thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Don't have any squallers to try.